expansions.com. I'd like to talk to you today about some current events that are going on in the world right now. I'm sure you all read about it and seen it on the news. The events going on in Egypt, Tunisia, and throughout North Africa and the Middle East. And that will spread, as I have mentioned in other locations, to South America, Asia. But what about Europe and the United States? How will that affect what's going on here in North America, even in parts of Europe? And I just wanted to let you know that recent indications show that Al-Qaeda has been recruiting U.S. citizens in the continental United States to commit acts of violence and terrorism in the States, within the borders of the United States, and possibly even into Canada. As we know, part of the agenda for our President Obama is really the destruction, the dismantling of the United States and the unification of Canada and Mexico under the North American Union. In fact, the President and the Prime Minister of Canada just signed an agreement of a North American perimeter so that goods and services and even people coming anywhere into North America are screened by the same authority. And it doesn't matter if it was US or Canada or even Mexico. So we're seeing this formation of the North American Union, but in order to put something new in, you have to break apart the old. And that's why we're going to have these staged terrorist attacks throughout the United States. I feel maybe spring, summer 2011, and even getting in towards the second half of 2011. We're also seeing images. You know, they like to use images from the book of Revelation, the signs in the skies that has been reported. And just recently, there has been lights or flashing lights, meteorites, asteroids, we don't know what it is, along the east coast of the United States, and of course into northern Canada, and even into parts of Europe. We have seen these things. We have seen the collapse of Greece, Portugal, Ireland, perhaps Spain economically. So we're finding that even the EU is starting to remold itself and change into something else. There could even be a unification between the European Union and the North American Union into one gigantic economic and political unit, which would also include South America and Africa, which are not very powerful in themselves, but require Europe and North America as leaders or as way showers for them politically and economically. So we're going to see a lot of changes volatile in North America and in Europe. Watch for more terrorist attacks coming from people within their own countries, not from Middle Eastern or Central Asian nationalities, but from their own countries. We also know recently it's been actually hinted at the news that a nuclear device was found in the port of San Diego and confiscated by the US government. And we also know that nuclear material has somehow crossed the Mexican-US border. And it tends to be from the old Soviet stockpile in Kazakhstan and Tajikistan, where there are no rules and regulations, and it can be sold and purchased and smuggled in, possibly through Venezuela, and then into Central America and Mexico and into the United States. So there's a reason why certain governments are set up the way they are, and there's a reason why other governments are being dismantled. And we're going to see the entire world change to incorporate into one global government, which really already exists, but which will become public notice for security reasons, as they will tell the public. So I will have more on this on my site, expansions.com, and in my coming podcast during the rest of the year. And I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. This is Stewart A. Swerdlow signing off for now.